Welcome back, everyone. Today is December 31st, the final day of what seemed like a never-ending year. KAMR Local 4's Judd Baker takes a look back to see the top 4 stories from 2020 on the High Plains.
At number 4, dark smoke rose through the streets of downtown Amarillo on an early Sunday morning last January. A 4 a.m. fire raged in the building that housed Family Support Services. The Amarillo Fire Department called their building a total loss. However, that didn't stop Family Support Services from helping those in need. Their future office will be located off Southwest 7th Avenue and will be much larger for their staff and clients. Number 3. Following the death of George Floyd, a black man who died in police custody in Minneapolis, protests were held across the country and here in Amarillo. The protests were to show support in holding police officers accountable for their actions. The Amarillo Police Department released a statement in regards to the planning of the first protest held in Amarillo. It read in part, quote, "Our officers will stand guard to protect your right to speak and your voice in protest. If needed, we will walk with you to keep you safe and to keep our city safe." As the protesters started moving down 6th Street to Sam Houston Park, police lined the street to help control traffic and protect protesters, even stopping to take a selfie with a group. Number 2, the 2020 election. Outside of the presidential race, it was a big year for elections on the High Plains. On the first day of early voting for the November election, Potter County election officials say they exceeded the largest one-day number of votes in early voting. In 2019, Representative Mac Thornberry announced he would not be seeking re-election after serving 25 years in the House. After a runoff election on the Republican and Democratic side, former White House doctor and Republican candidate Dr. Ronnie Jackson defeated Democratic challenger Gus Trujillo and independent Jack Westbrook to take Thornberry's seat. Congressman-elect Jackson will be sworn in on Sunday. Voters also turned down a $275 million bond for the Amarillo Civic Center by 61% of the vote. The plans had called for a new arena to be added to the existing Civic Center, along with an overhaul of the facility. At number 1, the coronavirus pandemic. The city of Amarillo had its first 2 confirmed cases of COVID-19 reported on March 18th.
As a result of these positive tests, the city has issued a local disaster declaration.
That confirmation pushed the city's coronavirus status level to orange, and the city issued a local disaster declaration. In early May, Mayor Ginger Nelson announced Vice President Mike Pence would be sending a strike force to attack the outbreaks at local meatpacking plants. Nursing homes, meatpacking plants, and jails were all home to outbreaks of COVID-19 in Texas. Amarillo has all 3. And that was one of the reasons that prompted Governor Greg Abbott to travel to the Yellow City to give an update on the state's response to coronavirus. Since the beginning of the pandemic in our area, more than 900 people have died from COVID-19, including 5-year-old Tegan Drone.
My daughter was perfectly healthy. There's no way that should have happened.
Though this year has been challenging, the development of a vaccine has put hope on the horizon.
And let's all try to keep moving forward to get as many people vaccinated as possible. It's safe, it's effective. This is what we need to do as being good, responsible citizens in this community, in this country.
Judd Baker, KAMR Local 4 News.
And we have more of our top stories of the year for you, including the top 10 from our website. All of that, of course, waiting for you at our website, myhighplains.com.